Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Just doing another tutorial on RPG Maker VX Ace. A little bit different. This time I wanted to have a bit of a discussion rather than actually going through any of the game mechanics. And what I wanted to talk about is basically is writer's block. We all get it. We'll be making a main story or quest line on the RPG Maker. I know it happens to me when I'm making mine, and you hit a block and think, "Oh, I've really just done that," and you know that carrying on is going to give you more problems, and you're going to have to find more solutions to those problems. And the thing is, how do I get around that? Now, one answer is take a break. Take a day off or whatever, and go and do something else. Go and play some games, even get some inspiration, do something that inspires you. That'd be one thing, of course. I mean, that's not for everybody. Some people like to try and plow on, or want to at least. Sometimes I want to at least know that I'm making some progress every day, or a bit every day, or every week. It depends on what your time scale is, how much free time you can put towards your game. But that's different anyway. I mean, you might be in such a bit where you only do some every week, and you set a couple of hours on and you don't actually get that block because you just have those hours and you have to really work at it. But people have a bit more time. That does happen because you sometimes dwell on ideas too much. So a good place to start is this great big huge database that we have here. I mean, there's so many different things you can adjust and change in here. Make up all of your own skills. It might sound it's such a menial task, but it's something that obviously if you want your game to be a bit more unique, something you're going to have to do. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. And it's something which can make your game stand out, make your game a bit different. You've also got the animations as well. Basically, it gives you something to do when you're in that sort of phase. Because these are things you can do. You don't need inspiration to think of your animations. You do a bit of trial and error. Do what looks good. And it's just a different approach when you do hit that block, because it will happen. If it doesn't happen, you're very, very lucky, because it happened to me a couple of times already. But basically, when it happens, I literally just spend my time on this database, sorting out, making everything that's that little bit better. Because there is just so much stuff you can change. I mean, for example, even in just the classes. I mean, we've got this XP curve here, and to try and balance that with enemies and how the game is going to progress, that can be quite difficult, but that's something you can actually put your mind to, sit down and think about that one aspect, rather than having to worry about the story, the events, the characters. It takes you away from it for a bit, and that's a good idea. But I'd like to also know your thoughts as well. I mean, if anyone watching the video does obviously have any sort of ideas of how to get around it, that'd be really good, because I'm always up for new ideas. Don't get me wrong, there's loads of stuff I can still do on the database, and I'll have to do on the database anyway. So doing that does get it out of the way. But as I say, it's always nice to know other people's opinions on it, and just tell me, if you ever hit the wall. Hit the wall? That's running, isn't it? Writer's block, hit the wall, it's the same concept. And what did you do to get around it, if you got around it? I mean, I know when I made my first game, I didn't actually stick with it. I got a couple of hours in. I wasn't obviously quite as good with the Maker as I am now, but and it was a totally different story as well. But it just got a bit too complicated for me, because I tried to make it branch off in sort of like 7 or 8 different directions, which is far too much obviously for the game, which is something I've avoided this time, and I've kept it one main storyline with very small fractures off along the way. You just got to make it a bit more interesting and make the player think they're actually making some sort of decision in it. So anyway, that's enough about me blabbering on about my games and stuff. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's helped you. If it hasn't, then I'm sorry. But if it has, then that's great. And feel free to talk to me about it if you want to. Ask me any questions, obviously, on RPG Maker. I'll make another tutorial, discussion, or something you want me to discuss even. I got no problem giving my opinions on that, on the different parts in the game. It's totally up to you. But thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll be seeing you very soon. Goodbye.